everyone, my name is Cyrus and welcome back to my channel. Today I've been thinking a lot about the paradox of choice and how it's been affecting me and my hobbies and my ability to satisfyingly and be able to enjoy those hobbies. Now the paradox of choice, for those who don't know, is a term that was coined by psychologist Barry Schwartz, and it's basically the concept that having more options is actually not necessarily a good thing and doesn't necessarily make things easier, and in a lot of cases actually make things more difficult, and in some cases even less satisfying. Now the main reason that I've been thinking about the paradox of choice lately is that I've been trying to figure out what video game to play next, and I've just been overwhelmed by the amount of options that I have at my disposal, and it's been really hard to try and find something that is kind of scratching the itch that I want to scratch. And I think that's because there are so many options and I want to be playing so many of the games all at once, and it's really difficult to actually figure out and find the right thing to play. And it just feels like because there are so many options, it's making every single option that I have almost feel less satisfying. And I think that's in large part due to the paradox of choice. It might partly be because I just finished Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and I think that might be the best game that I maybe will ever play in my life. I'm actually working on a video right now to talk about my experience playing that game because it was just absolutely incredible. And so it might be partly because of that, but I think I want to focus right now on the fact that there are so many options in general, not just for video games, and the paradox of choice has really been on my mind about how to enjoy things in life in general. Continuing to focus on this video game example for just a second, when I finished Clair Obscur and I was trying to figure out what game to pick next, I just was so overwhelmed by the options that I had. I had games that have come out for a few years and that I've been wanting to get to eventually and haven't gotten to, like The Last of Us Part 2, Horizon Forbidden West, or A Plague Tale Requiem, to name a couple. Then there were like a bunch of new games that have come out really recently that I want to play, like 007 First Light, or Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, or Styx Blades of Greed. And then on top of all those things, there's just this huge library of games that I have access to by being a member of PlayStation Plus Extra. And I was just feeling like I was fumbling around in the dark, trying to figure out what to pick and how to pick it and how do I choose what game to play. With the limited amount of time that I have to actually play games, I really want to make sure that I'm choosing the right one. And because there are so many options, it felt like I couldn't choose the right one, that no matter what I chose, it wouldn't feel right. But like I said, this doesn't just apply to video games, although that's definitely where I experience this phenomenon the most. It applies to books. Whenever I'm trying to figure out what book to read next or what TV show to watch next, there's just so many options. We're continuously inundated with all these different things, and it makes it so difficult to choose what to actually read or watch or play or do. It just drags you. Like, it drags my brain down so often when I'm trying to actually make that decision, when I just want to be enjoying my time in a hobby that I enjoy doing. How I've been trying to combat the paradox of choice, at least a little bit, is that I've told myself for books, for games, I'm not allowed to spend any new money for a new thing. And so I'm limited to at least the options that I already own in some capacity. And so that at least limits my options a little bit. For games, that means that even though I really want to play 007 First Light, I'm not going to play it right now. I'm looking at the other games that I have and trying to find an option that I already own to play. For books, it's the same thing. I'm trying to finish all the books on my shelf before going out to buy new books. And so that has been helping at least a little bit to try and figure out what to do and what to play, what to read. It's not the overall end answer, but it's something, right? It's something. I've told myself that at least until mid-fall or something like that, I'm not going to be buying anything new. And really that's helpful too, because in the summer, I want to be outside more, I want to be doing other things. I don't always have that much time to play games or to read. And so when I get more time in the fall and the winter, then at that point, if I want to buy something new to play, something new to read, that's a bit more okay, and why don't you do that? So that's the approach that I'm trying to take to kind of try and combat the paradox of choice. It's helping a little bit, but like I said, I don't think it's the final answer. In case you're curious, the games that I've decided to end up playing right now, I'm kind of bouncing between a lot of different things because I feel like right now I want to be playing so many different genres. So I'm playing Pac-Man World 2 Repack, I'm playing A Plague Tale Requiem, I'm playing Mina the Hollower, and I'm also playing Age of Wonders Planetfall. And so it's a wacky combination of different games, and I'm kind of whatever I'm feeling like playing at that time, I'm just throwing that on. But it's helping. I think it's good to be jumping between things, and because I feel like I have so many different interests and desires right now, so many different things that I want to be playing, this has been helping to jump on, play level and Pac-Man, move on. If I have more time, maybe I sit down and try and tackle a little bit of Age of Wonders Planetfall or a bit of a Plague Tale Requiem. And then Mina the Hollower is just a game that I backed on Kickstarter a long time ago, and it's finally out, and so I'm excited to kind of get to trying that out and seeing what that team came up with. And so it's been nice. It's been nice to try different games, to play different things. And again, nice to be slowly making it through the backlog and just trying to defeat what's going on with all these different options and the paradox of choice. So I don't really know if there's a main point to this video other than me kind of just venting my frustrations about the never-ending stream of games and books and things to consume all the time. It just feels like you're never going to be able to catch up to it. But I guess if I had to try and come up with a kind of meaning to this video, it would be, if you're in the kind of same position that I am, try and set yourself kind of some kind of arbitrary parameters to try and reduce the amount of options that you have, and maybe that'll help you combat the paradox of choice as well. But if you do also find yourself dealing with the paradox of choice, I would love to hear your kind of thoughts and your strategies to try and beat it, because I clearly need some help. So let me know about it in the comments down below. And until next time,